Alright, guys, welcome back. I did want to get to this story a little bit sooner, but here we are. So, it is a 27-year-old female and a 28-year-old male. So, this is the girlfriend posting this. My boyfriend, 28 male, quit gaming, and now he's constantly bored and frustrated. How can I support him? I, 27 female, have been with my boyfriend, 28 male, for about 3 years. Recently, he decided to quit gaming after realizing how much time and money he was putting into it. He's been gaming since he was a teenager, so this was a big lifestyle change for him, and I was really proud of him for making that decision. The problem is that ever since he quit, he's been restless, easily frustrated, and constantly bored. He sighs a lot, seems irritated over small things, and spends most of his free time just scrolling on his phone and pacing around. When I suggest doing something together, going out, cooking, watching a movie, he usually says he's not in the mood or that it sounds like too much effort. I really want to be supportive and patient, but it's starting to affect our relationship. It feels like I'm living with someone who's always frustrated or disengaged. He's Has anyone else dealt with something similar? How can I help him through this adjustment without it draining me emotionally? So, I'm sorry. All right, so I do want to say this. I do like that this girl is being supportive of her boyfriend right now in this time. And by the way, I do want to say this right here. This is a first world problem to me, right? Um I think you know what's funny, guys? I actually think that the solution to this guy's problems is having bigger problems. You know what I mean? Um this is such a small problem to have. I think that's why it's a big deal to him. Does that make sense? One thing, and this is someone who's had an addiction to video games in the past. I remember StarCraft was one of my biggest things. Call of Duty was a big one I used to play a lot. Um, but yeah, when one thing I do know as a guy that was very big into video games is there seems to be a level up system that we as men enjoy in and us partaking in it, right? Whether it's you reach a new rank, whether it's you achieve new heights in the video game, you grind for some gear, whatever the hell it is, right? But I notice that for us sometimes is worth the exchange in time that we're putting into the video game. I think the solution for this guy right here is pretty much the same thing. I think ever since he left video games, and that's another thing too, he left it cold turkey. It seems like he didn't wean off of it, kind of like quitting cigarettes or drinking too. I'm pretty sure that it's sometimes it's easier to quit if you gradually decrease as opposed to just going cold turkey on it, right? Let's say cigarettes, for example. Let's say you used to smoke a pack a day of cigarettes, right? Sometimes it may be easier to quit, and this is again as somebody that used to smoke cigarettes. But it was easier for me to go from a pack of cigarettes to like three-fourths of a pack of a cigarette, or so just slowly pushing yourself to cut the cigarette intakes one at a time, right? I used to have a friend that he used to when he was quitting cigarettes, he would cut off the earlier cigarette in his day, right? So like let's say he would wake up, he would start off on a cigarette, right? Then he would have a cup of coffee, he would take another one, right? After his drive, he would have another one. So then he told me that when he was quitting, he would cut off the earliest cigarette one at a time, right? Until eventually he just was able to quit smoking. Um, so the same thing here. I feel like with this guy, right? I don't think the solution for him would be to immediately cut all video games. However, I am proud of him for taking that step, which I do feel that video games, for the most part, are not the best time dump for most people. But if it is something that you enjoy, so long as all your other responsibilities are met, then I think why not? Play video games. Just everything with moderation though. I don't think I think anything in excess can be a bad thing, you know? Shit, even self improvement in excess I feel could be a bad thing if it's consuming all of your life, right? And you're not happy as a person. So it seems like this guy right now is trying to take the step to be a better version of himself, right? But in that endeavor you're making yourself miserable. I mean, is it really benefiting you? Doesn't seem like it. I mean, from what it sounds like your girlfriend is already kind of suffering from having a miserable person around right now, right? So, what's one thing that I think, and that's the other thing too. I don't think it's something that she is necessarily going to be able to change for him. I think it's something she can help him with, but she's not going to be the deciding factor on whether or not he becomes more content in life, because that's what it seems like this guy wants right now, right? Something that's more fulfilling, right? Um, I don't think this guy is as happy right now because it seems like he doesn't have to work for something right now, right? Where he finds stimulating, whether it's mental or physical. So let's say personally, right? I enjoy playing basketball, so that's something that I find physically stimulating to me. So in the same case, this guy may find other things that he could find, or there's other things that he should find, or at the very least, fall in love with the process of finding other things that you can find that you're gonna enjoy, whether it's reading a book, whether it's learning new things, whether it's drawing, whether it's art, whether it's picking up an instrument, whether it's content creating, whatever the hell, you decide to do, just find something that you enjoy and fall in love with the process of getting good at it, you know? Master a craft for sure, you know? As somebody that's also does manual labor, there's so many times I find myself in YouTube looking up videos on tile work, roofing, just woodworking, because it's something that interests me. Um, so I would say the same thing for this guy. Start finding things that you enjoy doing. And it could be on any craft. You know. Again, fishing is one that I definitely enjoy. That's another one that I do spend a lot of time doing and watching in YouTube. I partake in a lot of it. So the same thing right here, I think she's doing the right thing in trying to be there for him and being patient for him. But yeah, I think it may be one where, depending on whether or not you guys live together, but it's one that you may um become better in, or you may, the hell? Yeah, it's one that you may enjoy more if you're not around him as much right now. Because this seems like this is more his journey than it is, anyone else's. There's this book, I forgot what it's called. I think it's called Iron John, Iron Joe. I think it's called Iron John. I'll find it and I'll post the link on the description. But I think that's what it's called. Matter of fact, let me look it up right now. I believe that's what the book is called. Iron John. That's what it's called. But I would suggest also getting your boyfriend that book. There's a book called Iron John. The author is Robert Bly. I think he will benefit a lot from reading that book, you know. But yeah, just make sure he finds. This is to the guy. I'm not even talking to the girl anymore. But to the guy, you should find something that you enjoy doing, you know. Like Jordan Peterson says, choose your struggle, and fall in love with that struggle, you know. Because a sacrifice, we're all going to have to make one, But pick yours and don't let life pick it for you. So that's my advice for you, my brother. Hope it all turns out well for you. And be thankful that you have a girlfriend that is trying to be there for you, man. Best of luck to you guys. The viewer, I'd like your opinions on this. Feel free to share your thoughts. Thanks for tuning in. Bye bye.